Hello everyone and welcome back to the Yukon Huskies Dynasty. Today Yukon faces off against the Nebraska Cornhuskers in the All-State Sugar Bowl in a pursuit of a back-to-back national championship run. Nebraska is a team that has been one of the best of the last couple of seasons, but has had a bad loss late in the year that has been costing them dearly. This time it came against Washington. But otherwise they were quite dominant this year, including a 62-0 victory over Rutgers. So will UConn and this stout defense continue on their path to another national championship, or will Nebraska finally get over the hump? Today is where we find that out. Nebraska will start with the football today, and they are led by quarterback James Lieber. And he's got Melvin Raymond in the backfield with him. Lieber, quick throw at the feet of his target, incomplete. Lieber is a significant scrambling threat. We'll see how much he decides to do that today. This is a handoff to Raymond, and he gets a few yards, making it a 3rd down and 6 for the Cornhuskers. Lieber back to pass over the middle, finding his target, and that's going to be a 1st down. That's Marquez Phoenix. Lieber had a very efficient day against Kansas State, 18 of 24 with 3 touchdowns and just under 200 yards. This is another handoff to Raymond, and he's got a 5-yard pickup. 2nd and 5 for Nebraska. Lieber throwing quickly once again. It's Phoenix one more time. Katapano is back this week, by the way. 3rd down into I formation for Nebraska. It's a handoff to the fullback, and he's going to get the 1st down up to the 45. Slow and steady so far for Nebraska. Lieber brings his receiver in motion, and then will look to throw. Unable to get much pressure there as Alex Fayad makes a tackle. This is a much better offensive line for Nebraska than the one that UConn faced a week ago. So we'll see if they can perform any better, and so far it's looking like yes. From the 43 of 1st and 10, 8 minutes left to go in the 1st quarter, and comes over in motion, and then it's Raymond who gets the carry. Open field for Melvin Raymond, and another 1st down for him. 30 yards already on the day. So far, no issues moving the football for Nebraska. Lieber hands off Raymond again. Blocking is excellent. Dennis Colin's too fast, though, only allowing the 4. So far, this O-line has been rather impressive for the Cornhuskers. So Lieber's back to pass this time. Under some pressure, he's going to run into Adonis Keough, and we get our 1st sack of the day. Had double digits against Texas Tech in the Big 12 title game, and we've got our 1st one here against Nebraska. So it's empty this time for Lieber on 3rd and 13. 4-man rush for the Huskies. Dumps it underneath. Broken tackle, but he's going to be shy of the 1st down yardage. So the defense bends, but it doesn't break, and Nebraska's going to add 3. So here's that UConn offense for the first time today, struggling to find their footing a bit a week ago against Texas Tech. See if that continues today, or if Ursua maybe has a better day than he did against Texas Tech. Keep saying a week ago. It's actually been a couple weeks since our face-off against Texas Tech. Pelshak will hand this to Ursua. A little bit of space for Kareem, and he'll get a 1st. Matthew Bryant finds his way into the game. He will get a carry here. Need a good one from Matthew, and he's going to get 4. 3rd and 4 for UConn. Pelshak is back to pass. He wants Tevin Madu. Makes the grab, has the 1st, takes a big hit at the 41. 2nd down from the 41 as Pelshak looks to throw once again. He's got Dalton Schmizniak on the drag, wide open. He's got some running room down the sideline for Dalton Schmizniak. His 1st grab goes for 30. Schmizniak, of course, against Texas Tech had one of the better performances of his career. 5 for 156 and 2 touchdowns. Ursua getting a carry, gets 4. 3rd and 5. Pelshak steps back to throw. He wants Ursua on the reception. Needs a block from Gastineau, and he gets it. Touchdown, UConn. Kareem Ursua had one against Texas Tech, gets another one here. And the Huskies get a touchdown where Nebraska could only get 3. And they'll take the lead in the 1st quarter. 7-3, Nebraska taking back over. Had a pretty impressive 1st drive, just couldn't capitalize by getting into the end zone. This is going to be a really good carry for Raymond out to the outside. Big hit from Nate Putu, but already over 50 yards for Melvin Raymond against what is the best run defense in the country. Struggling today against this Nebraska O-line so far. It's still very early. Things could change, of course. I formation for the Cornhuskers. Up the middle, Raymond, good blocking again. It's another first down carry for the halfback to the 41 in Yukon territory already. And now it's going to be a throw to the outside. Blocking is just not there. It's a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 from the 42 as the second quarter begins. Lieber will hand off Raymond again. This time it's not a huge pickup, but it's still 4 yards, and you know they're going to take that every time. Blocking downfield has just been absolutely incredible so far for Nebraska. Blocking on this play was good as well, and it's going to be a first down for the Cornhuskers. 11 minutes left in the half. Lieber throws left side. That is completed for a pickup of 6 in front of Katapano. I formation on 2nd and 4. That's Deontay France, the halfback. He will not get the carry. Lieber will throw wide open. Touchdown, Nebraska. Nate Putu missing his assignment completely, and Nebraska takes advantage. That's Garrison Bakhtiari, one of the tight ends for this team, and Nebraska will retake their 3-point lead. First down, Yukon, back down by 3. Ursua will get the carry and goes nowhere. 2nd and 10. Pelshak steps back to throw. He's going to lob one deep for Jeffrey Ritchie. It was on the money, but out of the hands of Ritchie. So now a 3rd and 10 from the 20. Pelshak steps back to pass once again. And he wants Ritchie once again. He's got to step on his man, Jeffrey Ritchie, with the grab. A deep ball to Jeffrey Ritchie. Up to the Nebraska 32. 9 minutes left to play in the half. Borden will get this carry, and up the middle. Takes a big hit, but picks up 5. Now 3rd down and 5. Pelshak will look to throw. Gets this out to David Gastineau, who's down at the 20 with a first. Fresh set of downs for the Huskies. Borden on another carry. It's a good one for Vaughn, and he is just shy of the first. Yukon looking for the end zone once again. Quick throw. That's Tevin Madu on the grab. And that's a first down. Now 1st and goal from the 4. On our first attempt with goal to go. Throwing for Dalton Schmizniak. Touchdown, Yukon. Pelshak to Schmizniak. Yukon strikes again with another touchdown, needing the defense to step up today, which is kind of the opposite of what the case has been most of this season. Yukon will retake the lead 14-10 in what has been a very back and forth game thus far. Yukon, a team that likes to blitz often, and that has not been working against Nebraska today. Lieber going to hand it off to Raymond. He had some running room, but instead bounces it back to the middle. I think he could have had a lot more yardage. Settles for 5. 2nd down from the 19. 6 minutes left in the half. Raymond another carry. Dennis Colin, though, untouched this time. A loss of a yard. 3rd down and 6 now. Big time 3rd down here. Lieber running out of time. He's scrambling to his right. We know how capable he is of scrambling. Slides down in front of Alex Fayad, but has a first easily. Just immediately bailed on the play, saw the room to the right, and took advantage. 1st and 10 now at the 35. Lieber, quick throw on the RPO. That is completed. Good tackle from Ndukwe. Pistol now for Lieber. Hands off Raymond. Justice Willis sets the edge and leads him back into Dennis Colin. Nothing on the stat sheet for Willis there, but he is the whole reason that play is made at all. 3rd and 5 once again. Quick throw, and that is completed in front of Katapano. Just slow and methodical time and time again for the Cornhuskers. 1st and 10. It's a handoff. This is Deontay France, and he even has a good carry. 2nd and 3. Raymond checks back in. He will get the carry up the middle. Dennis Colin is there. He is short of the line to gain. And now it's 3rd down and 1 out of the pistol. Raymond behind Lieber. He will get another carry. Dennis Colin, what a play, a TFL for the TFL leader in the country. He's going to force a punt away. That might be one of the biggest plays of this game if it continues the way it has so far. So now Yukon, with under 2 minutes remaining, looks to take advantage of the stop that they were gifted by their defense. Pelshak back to pass. He wants Ursua. That is knocked out of his hands. 2nd and 10. Quick throw from Pelshak finds Jeffrey Ritchie. 3rd down and 5 coming up. Clock keeps ticking. Press coverage left side. Dalton Schmizniak. He cooked his man off the line. You expect no less from one of the best receivers in the country. A big gain for Dalton Schmizniak up to the Nebraska 27. Teams will never learn. Do not put that man in press coverage. Still 50 seconds left, trying to set up a screen for Von Borden. He makes the grab, but the block is missed, and a man comes in free. Under 20 seconds now. 15, Pelshak back to pass. Wants Ritchie. Richie makes the grab, trying to get out of bounds, and he does. 10 seconds left in the half. So UConn gets one shot at the end zone, and then we'll have to settle for the field goal. Dalton Schmizniak is open. Touchdown, Huskies. The coverage was zone. We read it the whole way. Dalton with two big grabs on this drive to end the half, and UConn will extend the lead, and they start with the football in the third quarter. A huge momentum shift, and it goes back to that TFL on 3rd and short by Dennis Colin. We head to halftime, UConn with the momentum, and with a 21-10 lead over Nebraska, all thanks to Dalton Schmizniak, who is having an elite playoffs, starting with, of course, that Big 12 championship game, and now already with 2 touchdown grabs today and over 100 yards. And as I mentioned, UConn starting with the football in the second half, a chance to take a significant lead into the third quarter. As Kareem Ursua swallowed up, he loses the football, but he falls back on it. That is scary. 2nd and 9. Play action, and down goes Pelshak, just swallowed up instantly. Nebraska defense not messing around this time. It's 3rd and 15. Pelshak is back to pass, and he wanted Schmizniak deep again, but hit as he throws, ran out of time. It's a quick 3-and-out forced by this Cornhusker defense, and they'll get pretty good starting field position as well. The running game has been working very well for Nebraska. Deontay France is the back. He will get another carry. Look at this blocking for Deontay France. Stiff-arming the hell out of Nate Putu before stepping out of bounds. And now they're going with tempo. They've switched the style of offense, unless this is just for one play. But they did not go with tempo at any point in the first half, so maybe making that change. Handoff to France again. Makes a move, has a decent carry. And no, they do go with tempo once again, but this is keeping Melvin Raymond off the field, and he was already close to 100 yards in the first half. Had been cooking this UConn defense. 2nd and 6. France gets another carry. David's son is in the backfield. Brought in David's son to play a bit more, seeing that the run game was eating us alive. He's a lot better in run support. Lieber scrambling to his right. Keogh forces him that way. Fayyad forces him to slide. They're going to settle for a field goal attempt. This one not fully automatic. It's about 49 yards from that right hash. The kick is up, veering left, but still well within the uprights. It is good. So an 8-point lead, 21-13. Borden is the back and will get the carry. Trying to bounce this to the outside, using his speed to his advantage. Von Borden tries to hit a spin move, but goes down at the 28. Thing with Borden and Volk is that they're both quite a bit faster than Ursua. On 1st and 10 from the 28, Borden will get another carry. Bounces this back to the right, finding 3 yards. 2nd and 7. Pelshak back to pass. He wants a tight end. Juan Beaver should have been intercepted. He didn't see the linebacker. Got away with one there. Should have been one of those bad Pelshak interceptions. Instead, it's 3rd and 7. We're back to pass. He wants Jeffrey Ritchie, makes the grab and has the first. 1st and 10. It's going to be Borden again on the carry. Good blocking downfield for Von Borden, who was very fast out of the backfield. So a fresh set of downs at the Nebraska 42, and Pelshak is back to pass. He wants his main man, Dalton Schmizniak, with the grab, breaking the tackle and heading out of bounds at the 9. The man is just untouchable as of late. He always is open, it appears. 1st and goal from the 9. First attempt is going to Von Borden. Makes a move and gets to the 5. On 2nd and goal, Wildcat, Borden the quarterback. Ursua will come in motion. Borden, though, is going to keep, and he's got nothing but space to the right. Touchdown, UConn, Von Borden. Surely a big part of this backfield as soon as next season. He has really proven himself as a true freshman this year with all of the injuries that have happened in this halfback room. We love Von Borden. I never commentate the kickoff returns because 99% of the time nothing happens. But this time, something did. A head-on collision. Nick Alonso forcing a fumble. Siaki Toole falls on it, and UConn has the football once again, this time at the Nebraska 16. Everything just appears to be going UConn's way these past few weeks. 1st and 10 from the 16. Borden on the carry. Good block, and Borden's got a first down up to the 6. Deja vu. Borden from the 6, he's the quarterback. Ursua comes in motion, but this time Ursua gets the ball, but they read it. Ursua goes down at the 8. On 2nd and goal, a run to the outside. Von Borden using that speed. Can he power into the end zone? His 2nd touchdown. Von Borden. I have been nothing but impressed with this kid since he took over all the way back in week number 6. Von Borden, you absolute menace. The last time this Cornhuskers offense had the football, it was 21-13. It is now 35-13. And they are in a hole. A shot downfield, nearly intercepted by a diving Joshua Dora. He couldn't find it. Maybe he needs a map. Oh, I finally got to make a Dora joke. After all this time, the dude's a senior. This is the first time I've made a Dora the Explorer joke. 2nd and 10 from the 18 for Nebraska. Handoff, Raymond, he's back in the game. He fumbles the football, and UConn is on it. Siaki Tool with his 2nd fumble recovery of the game. What is going on for the UConn Huskies? Really quick, I mean, I'm going to show you guys. We've been on Heisman. We've been on the same sliders since the beginning of the season. Heisman, 17-second play clock. The sliders are the same ones that I think Mr. Hurricane uses. This team, just ever since the Max Cadet injury, is playing with just a different fire underneath them. I don't even know how to explain it. It's insane. It was looking like it was going to be a down year for the Huskies until Max Cadet took one for the team, breaking his back to light a fire under his teammates. Just absolutely insane. On 2nd and 8, 4 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. Game's not over by any means, as Borden's actually going to lose a yard here. 3rd and long. Pelshak is back to pass. Has Kareem Ursua, cuts it upfield and has the 1st down to the 3. Stop me if you've seen this one before. Von Borden's the quarterback. Kareem Ursua comes over in motion, but Borden keeps and gets killed in the backfield at the 8. 2nd and goal. Pelshak, the actual quarterback, back in. He wants Tevin Madu, and he will get a touchdown, running over a DB in the process. And he's already starting to wave goodbye to the Nebraska fans who are going home unhappy today. It was close in the first half. It has been all UConn in the second. That momentum shift on the 3rd and short. Dennis Cullen got that tackle for loss. UConn has not looked back. 1st and 10, Cornhuskers already desperation mode. This is incomplete over the middle. Joshua Dora. 2nd down out of the pistol. Quick throw. That is completed. Alex Fayad was poor in coverage there. That's Garrison Bakhtiari. Honestly, need to score on this drive if you're Nebraska. Pretty much have to on every drive going forward. Lieber's going to keep. He's pretty fast, trying to outrun Dora, but Dora chases him down at the 47, but a 1st for Nebraska. It's easy to forget that he can run because he doesn't really look like it. 1st and 10 from the 47 now, and he will hand off Raymond up the middle. Pickup of 6. An encroachment penalty by guess who? Adonis Keogh. Gives Nebraska a free 1st down. 28 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Raymond on the carry. It's another good one. Tackled by Nate Putu at the 27. 4th quarter. Perhaps the final quarter of Nebraska's season. Fake handoff. Lieber looks to throw, finding his target. It's the fullback out of the backfield for a 1st. Lieber back to pass again. Rolling, finding his man, and that's a touchdown for the Cornhuskers. It's Leon Casey. That's the wide receiver 1 for this team. I think that's his 1st catch on the day. Into the end zone he goes, and they cut the lead down to 22. Officially in chew clock mode for the UConn Huskies. Borden will get a carry, and he loses a yard. On 2nd and long, Borden, another carry, cuts it back to the middle. Not much there, 3rd and 9. 10 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter. And it's going to be a throw over the middle. It's Juan Beaver back from injury, and he's got a 1st down to the 36. So more chances to kill the clock. Borden, another carry, not much. 2nd and 9 from the 36. Direct snap to Borden, finding some running room in the middle of the field. He is about an inch shy of that 1st. 8 minutes left to play. Every 1st down helps UConn chew more clock. Trying to get another one here. Kareem Ursua, can he get through? He does, breaking 2 tackles in the process. Down to about 7 minutes now from the 50. Borden, another carry. Lane up the middle for Von Borden, just a yard shy of the 1st. 6.5 left to play. Pelshak hands off Borden again, but he's swallowed up in the backfield. A loss of a yard. Ursua will check in for 3rd down. Looking for another first. Ball on the ground once again. Ursua's going to have it easily. Great blocking downfield by Tevin Madu. Look at the amount of clock we have been able to chew on this drive alone. 5 minutes left to play. And we're now in field goal range. Borden with a move. And close to another first. That carry put Borden at exactly 100 yards rushing on the day. 2nd and inches now. As Ursua will get a carry. Good blocking. Even better blocking for Kareem Ursua. He's up to the 5. We have not thrown the ball a single time during this drive. And that will not end here. Borden. Direct snap up the gut. Von Borden, touchdown Huskies. His 3rd on the day. The true freshman showing up on the biggest stage in the Sugar Bowl and is going to put Nebraska to bed. 49-20. The season for Nebraska is over. They're going to try to make it look less bad on the scoreboard, I am sure. Raymond on the reception. Dennis Colin brings him down, a loss of 1. 11 yards to go for the first. Lieber to throw, has time, taking a shot downfield, has a man. This is going to be a quick touchdown for Nebraska. It's Marquez Phoenix. And Dukwe beat over the top, but it was cover 3. Nate Putu should have been there, and he just wasn't. A collapse defensively from UConn, and perhaps Nebraska could surprise us. It would take a miracle, even with that quick score, but you never know in college football. So they're, of course, attempting the onside kick. 3 minutes left to be played. It's actually a pretty good kick. Willis is the one who goes up and gets it. I think Madu probably should have gotten it, but as long as somebody does, I don't really care. So with 3 minutes, just running down the rest of this clock. Von Borden having himself a day. Doesn't want to go down. We'll give Borden a breather. Matthew Bryant checks in for 2nd down and 7. Bryant trying to get to the outside. Nothing there. 3rd and 7. There was an injury timeout, so the clock stops. Pelshak is actually going to look to throw here. Scrambling now. Throwing, trying to find Matthew Bryant, but it's incomplete. And we're going to go for it here on 4th and 7. It'd be a 56-yard attempt for Hollis. It would be his career long. I kind of trust us to maybe get the first down instead. Pelshak waiting for Schmizniak, had all kinds of time. Schmizniak makes the grab, and that should seal this one. Pelshak on to take a knee, and he will do just that. And for the 2nd year in a row, UConn is headed to the Final Four of the college football playoffs. They're on to the semifinal, beating Nebraska in pretty dominant fashion. That second half in particular was just incredible from the UConn Huskies. Pelshak having one of the better games of his career. Did not throw a dumb pick today, although he should have had one. Defense forcing a couple turnovers. You just couldn't have asked for a better performance all the way around. So 49-27 is your final. Here's a look at the player stats. Pelshak 21-28, 311, 4 touchdowns, no picks. Incredible day for John. On the ground, it was all Von Borden. 20 for 108, 5.4 per carry, 3 touchdowns for him. Ursua had a good average, but did fumble that one time. In the receiving game, Dalton Schmizniak just continues to play incredibly well down the stretch. 6 for 156 and 2 touchdowns for him. Ursua with 5 grabs and a touchdown. Richie with 5 for 78, 3 for 20 and a touchdown for Tevin Madu. And Beaver finally got his grab late in the game. And defensively, not nearly the same type of game where it was a ton of sacks, but still played pretty well. 9 total tackles for Colin and Katapano in his return to the team. Colin with 4 TFLs, including the one that I think completely changed the momentum of this game. Looked like just a very common 3rd and 1 TFL, but I mean, the team just took off after that happened. Only sack on the day goes to Adonis Keogh and no interceptions, but we did have 2 forced fumbles, one from Nick Alonzo, one from John Katapano, both of which were recovered by Siaki Toole. For some reason, he's only getting credit for one, but he did in fact recover both. So now if we look at the playoff bracket, I failed to show this at the end of the last episode, but Tulane beat Kentucky, TCU upsetting Georgia, so there is no chance at a UConn-Georgia rematch in the championship. Of course, we know Nebraska beat K-State, and then Oregon beat App State. So we will play the winner of Clemson versus Oregon, which should be very, very fun. We will go ahead and advance the week, see who we are playing against in the semifinal. We will face the Clemson Tigers in the Cotton Bowl. Clemson beating Oregon pretty easily, 31-14. Oregon, being the top team all season, collapses at the end. Tulane upsets Texas and moves on, and then Michigan beating TCU. So Michigan, Tulane, UConn, Clemson in the semifinal. And before I end the episode, I will once again give you guys a quick look at the roster we are facing off against next. Clemson is led by junior quarterback Prince Apple. He is a 90 overall, has a big arm, and is very, very accurate. Their halfback is Devin Block, and they also have Jamal Roseboom, both very capable running backs, both receiving backs. Their wide receivers are not as great. They have Alex Fine, that's their #1 guy. Then they have Fedu Iupati, Joshua Johns, Thomas Awesome is a hilarious name, JP Case, and Larry Weeks. Then at tight end, it is Siaki Salaveya. And the offensive line looks like this. Again, looks like a pretty solid one, though actually I would argue worse than Nebraska's. And in fact, I'm just looking at the overalls. This team is apparently just straight up worse than Nebraska's in just about every way. It does look like they have a much better D-line than Nebraska had, and they do appear to have some pretty good linebackers and some solid cornerbacks as well. This is definitely a capable team. We'll see if UConn can take down this ACC opponent and head to their second national championship in 2 years. That's going to do it for this episode. Thank you everyone for watching and for the continued support. Shout out as always to the channel members. I appreciate you guys supporting me in every way that you do. And if you find yourself coming back on the regular and you aren't already subscribed, go ahead and hit that sub button for me. It does help me out a lot. I will see you guys in the next episode for the Cotton Bowl, UConn versus Clemson.